Hello, everybody. I'm Riley Kraft, a representative of Team 112, and I am here to talk to you about the hand gripper. Overall, when we first got our theme of hand gripper slash robot hand, we thought of a few iconic toys from our childhood. Various different reflex hand grippers that were used for art, for grabbing, just for role play or pretend play. And we wanted to kind of use these ideas and base them more towards the 12 plus age range so that the older children are drawn to them and will have fun playing with them. Overall, we wanted to get the input of actual older children who have an interest in assembly and disassembly based toys. So we interviewed 3 potential customers within this age range, and overall, we got that our toy needed to be ergonomic, comfortable, colorful, durable, strong. 18 and 19-year-olds are much stronger than 12-year-olds, so it needs to be able to withstand that extra age range and extra strength, and it needs to be colorful. 18 and 19-year-olds who are playing with toys are really trying to tap into their inner child, and they don't want to be treated like adults when they are using these toys. So they want it to be colorful and fun. Some of the key metrics that were given to us with this project was packaging. We have a packaging restraint of only using a 14 by 11 by 4 box when disassembled. We also have to stay within the safety regulations of the 12 plus age category, which comes with some sharp edges, some still choking hazard tests. So we wanted to make sure that we stayed safe and stayed comfortable. We have to make sure they can assemble it and disassemble it within a time frame where they won't get bored or disinterested. We didn't want it to require too much tools, hardware, and we wanted to challenge ourselves and include some press fits as we've been learning about them in class. Overall, when brainstorming, these were a few of our ideas. We first had a operation-based kind of puzzle game where you used a gripper to put the pieces in and to make it more of a fun, like job role play based game. We were going to add the surgical glasses that make it like really hard to see. We also came up with a build your own robot hand idea that's similar to the exoskeleton we also have, but you kind of build it yourself. And then we do have a pre-built kind of exoskeleton hand that controls your fingers and hand and has different options so you can maybe see the bones and how they work in your hand, or kind of have a role play based like larger hand that you control. Overall, we decided to go with the exoskeleton. We thought it would be really fun to challenge ourselves in this way to make a bigger hand that is used for role play, that is used for pretend play, that is used for imaginative play, that can have many different uses and really be marketed in many different ways. You could have it resemble the bones in your hand. If you wanted to use it in kind of an anatomical sense for teaching, you could just use it for pretend play to have kids think that they're controlling something really cool, and ultimately they get to build it, so it's going to be cool anyway. Manufacturing, we made the base out of 4x4 plywood, and then we 3D printed all of the finger and hand attachments so that we could easily make them large, and we could incorporate that press fit that would be pretty hard to manufacture by ourselves. We also designed a outer casing out of felt to make it more aesthetic and look really pretty. And there are some laser cut incorporations using the laser cut machine in our fab lab. Overall, we passed most of our target metrics, it fit in the packaging size, it was safe, it was easy to assemble, and it didn't require any heavy materials or standard hardware, and we incorporated many press fits. Moving forward, we would probably adjust some things, make the joints in the fingers more stable by adding dowel rods. We would dimension the hand bigger to allow some more drastic abstract play and make it not so realistic so that it's more imaginative. We would make the base out of a lighter material than plywood as it's kind of heavy, and some of the children in the lower age range can't quite use it easily. We would attach the fingers better to the base as they're kind of just glued on, and we would ultimately find a way for the user to be able to attach them themselves instead of them becoming pre-attached. And we would spring load the fingers as the fingers kind of have to be put back in place instead of automatically going back into place. Thank you for listening, and overall, we would like to thank our teachers, mentors, friends, and families who all supported us during this project. Thank you.